Hello. Oh, is this gonna be a thing? It's because I've always got something else to do. Like, this time I wanted to put in like a new redeem, so I was just doing that. But the controller turns off very quickly because it's wireless. Okay, back into it. I think we're following Colbert. What's his name? Something like that. We're gonna go see what he's doing. If he's not dead, he might be dead. I just imagine that kind of happens with everyone. But then, they spent a lot of time making the model, paying the voice actor. Maybe he's not dead. Sort of metagaming. It's real. I may have just chased the wrong quest as well, but I don't think so. But I didn't check. Yeah, Shropshire. I don't know what they actually call it. This trash. That's just about our home. Oh yeah, and that's to do with the river raids. Didn't do any more river raids. I might this weekend, or I might just not. But like, what do we need it for? Nothing exactly. Where am I going? Oh.
Go.
Well, there's the hut. Right, speed run. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't think there's a very speedy way to get through this game. I think I'm playing it like quite efficiently, but still there's a lot of cutscenes. So you just kind of have to sit through them. Oh, one of the things of the update was like difficulty settings and things, which was all like weird before. So I just had it on like medium, but I think it changed it. I'm gonna check that it's the same now, because I said last time like, oh, I'll check it. It's over here. Yeah, because I had it on custom. Because I took off something. Where was it? The scaling, that's it. The scaling is off and everything else is on just, normal. But it put this down to like 20 or 50, something lower. So that's why no one was doing any damage to me last time. Well. So now it should be a bit more difficult. Also because it is just more difficult anyway. as we progress through. Well, he's not dead, but he's on his way.
Not half bad, boy. But be fierce, dirty. Strike at my balls.
Ivar, are you training the boy or tormenting him?
One will lead to the other in time.
Eivor, well met. You received my message, and just in time. Our negotiations with the Britons have not yet begun.
I will be at your side when they do. Is there anything I should know first?
The venerable King Rodri is here. I'm to deal with him directly.
Brodri is desperate for peace. Ever since we captured his sniveling brother, Goriad. Sounds like a man coughing up snot. Goriad ap Mervin.
Rodri waits at the church nearby.
Who speaks for Shropshire in these talks?
The last Elderman was killed in battle. Bishop Deolav is standing in.
Until we get this wet whelp installed. That is his father's wish.
I find the idea of leading a shire on my own quite terrifying.
Nah, I'd be alright. Watch out for Ivar. Yeah.
Ivar will toughen you up, but watch your back. He's a wily one.
He's really fucking weird as well.
It's always the same with me, boy. When things get too quiet, I throw daggers.
I'll be on my guard.
As future Elderman, you should speak in the talks as well. But with humility. Rodri is a king, and will expect to be treated as one.
Rodri will want us to get down on our knees and sniff the rosy wind blowing from his ass. I know the man.
You've met him.
Met him, fought him. He gave me this nick here. Maybe I can give him one back. Remind him some call me King Killer.
It may be you should stay behind, Ivar. That is not a recipe for a good parley.
I'd like you both to be there. To guide me, to judge my fitness.
Give us your word, then. Your blade stays in its sheath.
Eivor, don't make me laugh. We both know what my word is worth. But sure, I will let you do the talking. Probably.
Excellent. Now, to the church, I think. Our guests await.
I mean, we can see where this is gonna go. He is a very unpredictable person. The Book of Dragons.
It's not far, just across the village. We've been at war with the Britons.
It's not far,
for
but you
almost
will need a
2 years.
horse.
The Britons had the best of it. Tell me and my berserkers plowed through their ranks and chased Rodri's brother into a ditch.
That's why Rodri's talking peace now. It's thanks to Ivar.
I am going to enjoy seeing him squeal, the old oak. Not nearly as much as taking him down, though. That would seal my legacy.
Your legacy?
As king killer. They do not all get away like Borgred did, Wolf-Kissed.
Keep the peace, Ivar.
What has become of your preening brother?
Oh, my brother. We parted. His road is unsure.
You are better off leaving that sauntering Pole in your wake.
Yeah, that might just happen.
Our Bishop Deolav and King Rodri are ensconced in the church ahead.
These houses of Christ, they are all so hard and cold.
Yet within his warmth, the Christian God unites King Rodri, Bishop Deolav, and myself. On his ground, peace will be made.
But it's a red door. Don't we need 2 people? Oh no, it's just a cutscene. I'll do it too.
Explain to the good bishop our position.
Yes, my sovereign. Bishop Deolav. We are deaf to offers of peace until Guriad is returned to us.
The king's brother
The king's brother is a moldering sack of cow dung.
You. I know your face, your stench. Ivar, the one they call boneless. Did I not gift you that scar myself?
Ah, you did. And I mean to gift you a gash, you reeking piss pot in your fat fucking skull.
Hold! Both of you.
This is great peace talks. Yeah, you should speak to Colbert.
My lord, this is Jailbelt, the future alderman of this shire and the son of King Ceolwulf of Mercia.
This green stripling? Elderman? You can piss without help, boy.
Now, calm everyone. Good faith is all I ask.
You know my demands. Until my brother Gwiriad walks free, peace between us is impossible.
He is lucky he can walk at all. Fell on his own blade, fleeing from us.
I will soon help you fall on yours.
Husband, keep your head. It is in our interest to find a way to peace, all of us.
First, my brother.
First, your head on a pike. Then the runt goes free.
Husband, no!
Enough! This is a house of God. Let us take some few minutes to gather ourselves, shall we? Eivor, to me, I do not know you well, but Ceolbert believes you a steady head. We need such a one.
It may be too late. I see the crows of war gathering.
I have a hefty sum of silver. Speak to the people here. If the silver will help one bring us toward peace, offer it to them.
What? All we need is the mad, like, boneless king killer guy to just fuck off, and then it'll be fine.
You are wasting...
Ivar,
Lock the doors, murder that sweating pig, and have done with it.
if I could find you silver, would that quell your bitterness while we seek peace?
Peace? Is that what you think is going to happen here? I told you, I know this bastard.
Will silver quiet you?
It may not. I would have to see the silver in my hands to know for sure.
What?
Damn your eyes. Here's the silver. Do with it what you will, but don't upset this chance at peace.
I did not know you were so foolish with coin. You are wasting time!
I don't think that helps.
Good. I can bludgeon Rodri to death with how heavy a bag I have.
You are Guriat, are you not? Brother to King Rodri.
So I am, and a bruised pawn in your bloody game.
How do you stand with your brother?
My brother loves me well. Yet he can be slow and stubborn. Were I king, I'd have played all this quite differently.
What if you had the chance?
At the crown, I would leap at the chance to rule. But a man needs wealth to bring down a king. Nobles must be bought, you understand.
I make no promises, but I may be able to find you the silver you need.
Under what terms?
Knock Rodri from his throne. Withdraw all Britain soldiers from Shropshire, and never again threaten this border.
If you speak true, I would make that bargain gladly.
I will see about the silver. I have spoken with everyone who matters.
Talk,
I should report what I know to Bishop Deola.
All we do is talk.
Right, so
I'm waiting.
we're not here for peace necessarily.
These talks are stalled. I fear the upshot.
Do not fret. You will be alderman yet.
Oh, I shouldn't have given that guy any money. I think it was money from my own pocket, that like 600.
We should settle this with blood, not pretty words.
Wait, what? Who is...
Anir,
You again?
That was weird.
What of the silver you spoke of?
you are a wise warrior. Perhaps the silver will come available.
And you, go and take a shit and let me know how it turns out.
Right, so I think that it glitched and it thought that I had had a conversation with him. I think it's doing the same with this lady.
Enough of this nonsense.
What the fuck? Crazy. Right, who are we talking to now?
King Rodri,
What is it, Dane?
I wish to help you to peace.
I will not talk of peace until my brother Gwiriat is returned to me.
If you first agree...
Isn't that him just over
you'll be
there?
returned.
What?
Would a sum of silver help overleap this difficulty?
I cannot be purchased with looted silver, Dane. Stand away.
Well, no, it's from the church. Never mind.
Eivor, my friend,
I asked around, as you suggested.
have you come to a decision? To whom have you given this silver?
I gave the silver to Ivar, for his assurance that he will stay calm.
I have yet to see Ivar look calm.
Yeah.
Rodri, I see you mocking me.
So it wasn't mine.
I challenge you. Single combat,
no.
now!
Boneless Ivar. Spineless, toothless, gutless. You cannot kill me. A dragon will be my death, as my seers have foretold.
And your brother. Does your destiny guard him?
Guriad!
By God Almighty, I'll
Get him to safety. Go, quickly.
kill
Well.
the boneless one. Paint this chapel with his blood.
That kind of went to shit. So yeah, I guess I gave the silver to the wrong person, but then if I gave it to his brother ended up dead, so I don't know.
Go on! Who will control their die?
But maybe things would have magically just been different.
We've got the last of them! Ah, now that is Vikinger diplomacy! Show the fuckers who the real warriors are.
Ivar, you have scuppered the peace.
Do not be fooled by peace, boy. It is just an empty voice between axe blows.
Dear Lord, this is a massacre.
We have no choice now, but to find our way out of this.
Ah, a good test for you, boy.
Lord, forgive us.
Stay close, Jailbert. You watch my back, and I will pull the knives from yours.
Dear Lord,
Stay here, where it's safest, Bishop.
Yeah, I think the bishop should have said it would only be enough gold for one person, so choose wisely, or something like that. I wouldn't have just hastily just given it to the first person I saw. So, who are we fighting? Like, ultimately? Are they around here? It was weird. I was playing Far Cry, and I kept like wanting to press this button to see if there was anything nearby. It is very handy. He's got iframes. Oh no, he's dead. He just fell down. Right, is that all of them? Or do they just keep coming?
I'll fight. I swear it.
They're on board the river!
Clear out the Britain soldiers. Or just all of them. Just kill everyone. That's a lot of people. What if I do a bit of poisoning? Oh, it doesn't work.
Just give up already.
There we go. It sort of should, if it's potent enough anyway, it should just like spread. I've never really sat back and watched it happen. There we go. Yeah, one of them just died of poison. And then the cloud gets bigger. Oh, well, this is nice. And it just somehow knows who is friend and who is foe. That's pretty good. When there's huge crowds. The only issue is that you can't see when you're in there. Really sucks.
Too easy.
Good God, what carnage.
Yeah,
We must let Bishop Dalehav know that the battle is done.
so much carnage. Oh, what, we're going back to the bishop. By the way, Bishop, everyone is dead.
You did yourself proud, Adeline.
Right, so I guess we have to kill the current guy. I don't think he's like the king of this place. I don't know. I'm completely lost in like the story of this area. I think it's just that his forces are here. So we need to sort of drive him out. or negotiate peace, but that negotiation has gone to shit. It is hard to keep up with like the different story of every region, because you know, you go to a new region, you get told like 10 different new names.
Beast! Our one chance at peace is lost.
Peace with Rodri is as likely as you dying a virgin, Bishop. It won't happen. He is too canny, too vile.
Yeah, he was kind of wrong.
You nearly got Gilbert killed. You boneless flap of leather.
Ah, the diplomat speaks what he really feels.
Fail us again, son of Ragnar. And I will send you back to Repton without your limbs. What's done is done. We must plan our next moves before the Britons regroup.
They will retreat to their great castle for certain. It's well nigh impregnable.
Then we starve them out. Attack their supplies. Watch them beg for death.
Dear God. More death, more war, endless refugees.
This is our only way forward, dear love. You know the territory best. How can we hurt them?
Well, for food and supplies, they stockpile cargo at Wenlacan Outpost, down south of Quatford. Rodri has another secret supply line. Ask among the refugees near the river, those who have fled from occupied villages.
Rodri's Britons will strike back long before we can.
Indeed. They will send Aenir and his soldiers. They train in Wesbury, west of the ruined tower.
You do not need me to hold your hand, Eivor. I will head to Wesbury, scout around.
I know your method of scouting. It always leads to swordplay.
I am as regular as Tidewater.
I shall go with you, if only to get an honest accounting of our situation.
I will meet you both at Westbury then, once I've done some damage. Until then...
I very much doubt that the bishop would just help
One last
us.
thing. We'll need a field before our battle's done. Try to free any captives you find. They'll swell our ranks.
Because he just said like, oh, not more like war and death. And then we're like, oh yeah, where are their supply lines? And he just tells us. Stealing cargo. I probably have to do both, don't I? Okay, so there's the other one. Alright. Weaken the Briton forces by stealing the cargo. So this is stealing, and the other was burning. So we gotta steal and burn. And free refugees when we can. So that we can build an army worthy of Mordor. Not that we're the bad guys. No, we kind of are. Oh look, just facing the wrong way. Weird. Is it even safe to jump? Yeah, I think it is. Can't use a raven when you're falling.
Aid me. Be my eyes.
Alright, so it is just that little sort of town thing down there. Where the treasure is. Might get some free treasure on the way. Actually, the lower damage might have also counted for fall damage as well. Yeah. Because when Sam was like, was that a particular skill where you roll at the end? I know that it is, but I was used to it not really like reducing damage that much. Like it does a bit. But you still get hurt. Actually, let's make it daytime.
Best not to draw attention here.
Yes,
When
best
Lucan
not draw
outpost.
attention.
If I take the cargo here, the Britons will be weakened and want peace.
Try and get the guys in all the trees.
We were fools. Peace, they said. There'll be peace.
Can I not assassinate? Is this not an Assassinate Creed game? Oops. There we go. Oh look, I've been here before. Missed that though. I think that's pretty much everyone. Pretty much. Right, so there's, yeah, there's just like supplies and stuff everywhere. Oh wait, was the one that I looted the first one, was that actually story related? Maybe it was. Oh, there's one right here as well. Oh, it kind of goes up into the cliff. Where the hell? Where'd you guys come from? Oops. Right, this guy didn't die. Someone else took his place. There's one up there. I'm on fire. Why does it always happen? It was like that in Odyssey as well. Like if I went anywhere near a fire, just bam, suddenly on fire. Even like holding a torch and then like lighting like a sconce or a brazier, it would just catch me on fire. Oh, it's kind of where that guy is. How does one get there? Ah, here we are. Oh, he's the goods. My Raven not gonna loot it. Maybe the Raven doesn't, yeah, the wealth. Maybe the Raven doesn't loot wealth. It doesn't loot wealthy people. There's one right here. And one down there. Oh, so those dots. They're gonna be prisoners. Oh, I know where it is. I think I know where it is. Beyond that rock. Or not.
You Dane, get me out of this cursed chicken coop.
Men for Deolaf's feared. More valuable than cargo.
Good.
I give you freedom. Now you give this Shire your pike.
Be free! Run! Wait, they were captured, but
Better keep my eyes open.
they kept all of their swords and stuff. Be free, my beauties.
That's done. Now to track down their supply line. We will drag Rodri back to the peace table soon enough.
Right, when he comes back to the peace table, what then? Hopefully we can just tell him to leave without him being killed. Yeah, hopefully. Wait, what? So this is a bit of a bug. The River Raid sort of markers are in the wrong world. They sort of persist. They're persistent markers. But obviously they don't mean anything here. Byline. Like, hopefully this is all I'll have to do as well. Kill him or get to peace. No, he's gonna die. He's gonna die by the hands of the guy I keep forgetting the name of. And then shit's gonna go down, isn't it? More drama. You know what you don't really see in games? The wind. Because like when you have like nice calm water like this, you kind of see like rippling where the wind has like picked up, but it's only like in a certain area. But also like through the trees and stuff, you like that's not what wind looks like, is it? These trees are just like undulating. Although, oh, actually in Elden Ring, there's a lot of wind in like trees and things.
Friend or foe?
Viking.
Friends, peace. I was told you might know where the Britons bring in their supplies.
Are we your friends, Dane?
I would have it so.
After years of blood and gore, looting and burning, forgive us if we don't trust a thing.
Yeah, fair enough. I've no right to ask for help. Here are the facts.
In Rodri, we share a common enemy. My only wish is to destroy his supply line and bring him to the table, begging for a truce. Once we have peace, you and your kin will no longer walk this land in wretchedness.
What you say is good sense. Very well, Dane. Here's what I know. The Britons move their goods through Dustin Quarry. See that tower to the south? That's the Hillgate remnants. Further on, you'll find the stone quarry.
And thank you.
Okay. I'm not going to walk there though. So here, this quarry. And again, it's still got treasure in. Free treasure! Right, is it safe? Doesn't really look it, although is there a pile of leaves by that tree? Yeah. There are definitely ones that are not safe, but I think it's because they face you the wrong way. Yeah, there was one in Norway. I would jump off all the time and just die. Look at this. Look at this area. Look at these clouds. Look at this rock. Fuck. I do like that. I do like that they put the shadow of the clouds. Who is that? They're not the supplies, are they?
The stone quarry, filled with Britain supply carts. Once I burn those, we'll push Rotary to peace.
Can I hit that? 0 arrow drop. I wonder actually if in this sort of an area, in a distrust area, if you get spotted more if you're sneaking, because it seems a lot more suspicious. Probably not actually. It probably doesn't matter. Need to get that other guy. Shit! Every time. Right, so these bells, I've shot one before and it crashed the game. Okay, thank fuck for that. And I'd only done it once, and I was scared to do it again. Free stuff. Why is this destructible? Oh, there's probably someone who stands on it. There's something so satisfying about being a sneaky archer. But this is kind of takes the piss kind of easy. I got no arrows. My bird has been really lazy and not looted anyone. What? That doesn't normally happen. That is kind of weird that has happened. Luckily the skills don't use arrows. Yeah, good. Yeah, my bird is not working today. It's day off. I can make my own arrows. It doesn't matter if he goes through. This goes through rock and stuff, but I think it does less damage than a normal arrow would. Stand still. Right, okay, that didn't work. Why? Yeah, there we go. Don't. Don't land on those, you'll catch on fire. Right, that should get me arrows. Oh wait, suddenly I have 13. What? My bird did just like catch up as soon as I killed a guy. Yeah, maybe. That was weird. He was looking the other way. Right, let's just see if the bird works now. No. No. I don't know why that is. That's good. Oh shit! I didn't see them before. Run away.
There we are. The quarry and Wenlow Khan both done. That should shake Rodri to his senses. Now to Westbury, before Ivar causes more problems.
But wait, isn't there gonna be... Oh my god, I actually killed him in one. I thought he would take a couple. Fuck. So there's this weird thing where you don't actually lead the shot. As long as you press shoot, it will hit where it hits, like, if that makes sense. So if you, even if you're a million miles away. The fuck is he doing? What are you doing? Ugh. Okay, 1 second. Gotta ban people. Yeah, maybe there isn't any... Ooh. Maybe there isn't any, prisoners. Oh, there is a cage. Oh, that was the guy that I shot through the ground at. I shot through all this rock. Maybe that's why there's a crack. What is this? What is through here? Oh. I've been here. Like, for some reason I didn't pick that up. Maybe I didn't see it. Bit of titanium. Huh. Right. Should be able to fast travel away. Away! Where are we going? Here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, these missions really do take forever. Like, just looking at the time it takes is kind of insane.
Go!
I was thinking, like, if you did the horse thing, like in Elden Ring, where it's just like a spectral steed, or like in Skyrim. I don't know if that was a mod though. I don't actually remember. But there was like Arvak or something where it like wasn't a mod, but that was DLC. But yeah, if or it was part of DLC. If every game just made it so that you had a spectral steed, that would just be the best for gameplay. And in this, you could be like, oh yeah, it's just an animus thing. Like, you could do that with so many things. Like, yeah, that's just how the animus works. It cuts out all that trash where you're waiting around for your horse.
No, no.
Oh, hey guys. I was talking about spectral steeds.
Ivar, Tjelbert.
Hey, Eivor. I was telling the Aetherling here that Thor is with us this day. Our victory is assured.
So, what is your plan?
That bastard Anir commands this hamlet. So let us show these folks what happens when a village bows to the Britons. Smash it to kindling, burn it to ashes, and cut Anir's tender throat. Right, my boy?
I hope to fight well, not cruelly. The cutting of throats I leave to you.
If you leave it to someone, though, then you're kind of letting it happen. So you may as well be doing it with your own hands.
If we prevail here, Tjelbert becomes Elderman.
First an Aetherling, soon an Elderman, one day the king. Oh, you are jumping rank, boy.
I hope to begin my tenure in peace, Ivar. Let us finish this here, once and for all.
Even talks like an Elderman now. Oh, my blood runs hot. Let us rush in now and leave a trail of bloody kindling.
A stealthy approach might earn us more time.
Bah, I prefer sound and fury. But do as you must.
Oh, he's actually letting us? No, let's just go for it.
Bloody kindling it is. We will smash this place to splinters.
Come, Jailbert. The fight is on.
Let the Saxon villages flee, Ivar. Only the Britons deserve our wrath.
Is he gonna do that though?
Thunder's beside us.
Is he?
Ah!
How about we just stay here, let him go in, let him die, and we'll be like, oh dear. He's holding his axes really weirdly. Where you going? Where you going, buddy? Wow, no, it's Chaelbert. I always forget how they pronounce his name. He's the one doing all the burning. Oh, is that it? You're just gonna burn like what looks like a bus shelter? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, well, I'll leave them to you. Go see what the other guy's doing. Where is he? It must be over here. Here he is. There he is. Fighting horses. Throwing axes a million miles. Wow. Quite a throw. Oh, I got him. Oh no, we double teamed. Nice. I like this. I do like following NPCs around and just seeing what they do. I do it a lot in games like GTA and stuff. You know, like when people sort of run away from a situation in like a cutscene, and then you're put back into the game just there and then. And they're there, so you can just follow them and just see what they do. There's not very many Britons. Why is this house shining? Oh, we have to burn them. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't think I have a skill that just like... Well, not skill, an ability. Sets fire to things. I don't know. What about... Is this one? Maybe? What is this? Poisonous trap. Well, what's this then? Poisonous strike. Okay. Get rid of poisonous trap then. Piercing shot, that's kind of useful. Incendiary powder trap, that's the one where I can break like destructible objects. God, the best skill, definitely. Hold on, do I have like all the range skills? Oh no, there's a lot more. You know, like where the dots are. Yeah, I can tell where the dots are now. In fact, in the capture I can see it a lot easier. That's how bad my monitor is.
Somebody had chased these Britons out of here.
Oh yeah, let's give it a test. That work? It does. Okay. So instead of like using my torch, I can just do this. Yep, Mordor. Mordor indeed. Yeah, that makes things much, like, faster. You can say what you want, but I'm an efficient pillager. I think it also makes my weapons all flamey as well. I don't think this guy knew that they were under attack. Just standing here. Alright. Oh. That's another thing as well. You have to like wait until the game is ready for you to use a torch. Like how dumb is that?
Rid this place of soldiers. Less support for Rodri.
Yeah, so there wasn't something in there, it was just indicating that it was burnable. The key! That was weird. I ran up him. Then there's treasure. Nice. This guy is fishing. Oh no, he's not. It looked like he was fishing. It's like, man, pick your time. Have any of them... This guy is sleeping. What the hell was that noise? Who made that noise? You know what? Two can play at that game. Yeah, how'd you feel about that? I don't think that my guys can get here. But you know. They seem so oblivious. Wait, who is this guy? Oh. Oh, he's got... Has he got two spears as well? Wow. The copycat. Oh no, he had a longsword. I got his spear. Oh shit. Busy looking at a spear. What does that spear do? Might be a good offhand. Yeah, I just have a normal spear here. Increases back damage when dodging. I mean, might be useful. But then this is... Increases speed when... No, I prefer the speed, actually. And Leonidas's spear is just, like, really good damage. The damage will go up as you, like... What's the word? What the hell? As you like upgrade it. He fights really quite weirdly, doesn't he? I guess that's why they call him boneless. Because he's like all fluid. That's pretty cool. Alright, it's done. We've burnt this place. Everyone's dead, I think. Come back. Come back. Where are you going? Did we have like a special rendezvous point?
That's the last get a good view of our handiwork, Jailbert. Join us, Eivor.
Jailbert.
Eivor! Did you see Jailbert fight? He is all balls now.
I give thanks for victory, and ask penance for taking lives.
Oh, Jailbert, your god bores me to death. Have a laugh, we won!
And I took no pleasure in it, Ivar.
Eivor and I were made for this, my boy. The song of swords, the blood mist, the bone crunch and baring of teeth.
Well, anyway, you satisfied?
Is this enough blood?
Was it good for you?
Eivor? We've spilled enough to slake the thirst of Fenrir.
Why stop there?
Jailbert, I would know your mind on all this. Are you satisfied with our victory?
I believe I am. I'll need word from Rodri as soon as possible. What does he intend?
He will see the flames. He will know Espery has been destroyed.
The bleeding pus pit claims only a dragon can defeat him. We will soon put that to the test.
It is peace we want, Ivar, not revenge. If you cannot accept that, return to Repton now.
You do not know Rodri as I do, Eivor. You do not know what a slippery, lying shit he can be.
Enough talk of killing. I need a moment of calm.
You need mead.
No, Ivar. True calm. A walk in the woods to clear the air. Or fishing. Would you go fishing with me?
Fishing, huh? Looking for a warm puddle to dangle your worm in?
I
Gross.
saw a small pond nearby. Will you come?
We can
No.
all take a moment to allow our blood to cool.
Oh, fuck's sake. No.
It's just up here.
Eivor.
What the hell?
You gave me in Quatford. I traded it for a gold ring.
At least the silver gave you happiness. It bought me none.
The ring is from the Levant, inscribed with a prayer to some god. What is their Valhalla like, I wonder?
Here will be good. Let's fish for eel. They'll have relishes.
Are you serious?
Eels fresh from the water.
I will not fish. You go ahead.
We just burnt down a village and now you're like, oh, let's go to the local pond right near the village. The building burnings, the building burnings. Burning buildings are right there in the background. We're just like, oh yeah, let's have a little fish. Alright, well, he has a fishing line and everything. What is this?
Look at all those delicious fish.
I don't see any. There's one. I don't know what that is actually. It's probably just a chest. Is this... Am I doing it right? I don't see anything in the water.
Hooked! Bring it to shore.
Come now, you scaled cowards.
Mash to pull. I like that it says mash. Oh, are these all eels? Yeah, it looks like an eel. Avoid too much line tension.
An eel!
Just a regular fish.
A regular eel. Okay, you were both right. Alright. Let's see what chest is down here. Oh, and other loot. A shell. Right, where are these eels? Look me, they're fast. I don't know if it'll work this way, but I want to catch a fish this way. I've done it before. I thought it was easier. I don't think it is. They move as one. It's pretty weird. And they do swim like a bajillion miles an hour as well. Oh, fuck. Right, what if I poison one and it makes like a poison mist and kills all the others as well? That would be good. Oh, I can't see. Did that make a poison mist?
Just a regular fish.
Oh, it's a small fish. Did that count as being caught as well? I think it did. It wasn't any faster. Although they do give me arrows. What is that? What the hell? Is that a fish? Is that, or maybe it's a dead fish. It doesn't glow. It doesn't glow with life. Too fast. Somebody slow these damn fish down. There we go.
That's enough for now. Bishop Dalelav will be pleased. Let's go tell Ivar about our catch.
Yeah, sure.
Fish.
They're just regular fish. What? What is that? That looks like a big boy. Yeah, I'm not sure like how you're actually supposed to fish, because it feels like it's better to use the bow than the line.
That took longer than clearing this village.
No, it didn't.
We caught some eel for a feast. The bishop should be pleased.
The simple fellow comes now.
Ah, a strange way to celebrate victory. But then again, our Christ was a fisher of souls, was he not?
Bishop, greetings. We've the makings for a delicious soup.
I'm grateful, Chaelbert, but my heart is heavy. So many homes burnt. We'll be years rebuilding.
You should have seen Chaelbert fight. He will be an elderman with sack and guts, fearsome and raw.
I should rather be fair and just, but I take the compliment.
I have sent word to the Britons. I pray King Rodri will again be open to peace, in spite of his brother's murder.
It worked in our favor. Look where we landed. Britons begging for mercy like whiny pups.
Yeah, he's definitely no diplomat.
The fighting is done, but the talking is not yet begun. We will need to be careful about who attends our negotiations.
Our next steps are critical, my lords. And after what happened in Quatford, it is clear to me that Ivar should lay low.
Lay low? After all I have done here, you tell me to dunk my head?
The good bishop is right, Ivar. You have a warrior's heart, not a peacemaker's.
Fuck you, Wolf-Kissed. I know Rodri, and I know the kind of tricks he will pull. That is me warning you.
Fair enough, but like...
If you hear me farting, that is my welcome to the bastard.
You bruised his pride, Eivor.
If you have some balm for it, by all means, share it.
His pride makes him difficult, and his anger makes him hasty. But he is not without honest feeling. I will hunt him a great boar, I think. And together we'll roast it over a fire and tell tales of war. That should please him.
Bishop, we must prepare for Rodri's arrival. Rally our men and set up a camp just here.
Yeah, at least he is honest, but I don't think him being in any peace talk ever would be a good idea. Yeah, especially not one where he wants revenge on the person you're trying to have peace with.
peace or war will be decided, but not yet, not now. We must wait.
I loathe waiting.
Yeah, me
It is
too.
all in God's hands. We can but pray and give thanks for this moment of rest.
The Britons have come!
The moment has ended.
This way, by the Great Oak!
Where is Ceolbert? He ought to be present for these talks as our future Elderman.
He went hunting. For wild boar, he said.
That was quite some time ago, no?
We cannot wait. We should settle the peace now.
I don't think it will be peace. Hello, Rocky Road. Welcome in. How's it going?
Lady Angharad, greetings.
We come to speak of peace.
We are gladdened to hear it. But where is your great king?
He stays at the castle at my behest. I feared his presence would inflame the cutthroat Ivar.
Yeah, I mean, we thought that exactly the same thing.
We have confined our cutthroat to his tent.
Both of us fretting over our war-hungry companions. It seems we are of the same mind.
A surplus of caution never did any harm. I count this as a blessing.
Perhaps then at long last we can end this war. Our peoples have suffered enough.
And your proposal?
We shall withdraw all our soldiers to the time-honored border of our lands.
Right,
We ask only
sounds
that
good.
you give us some days to collect our furnishings and leave Causto Castle. In return, you pledge to end all hostilities as of this moment.
These terms are generous. We have a truce.
Truly.
Praise be, this is well and quickly done. God go with you and your king, Lady Angharad.
I salute you all. You waged a good war. Let us now wage a lasting peace.
I stand bewildered, Eivor. In the blink of an eye, years of blood and sweat are put to an end.
You have walked a difficult road, Bishop.
Ceolbert must learn the good news. Will you tell him when you see him?
I'll find him now.
I get the feeling they might have him. Good, how about you? Yeah, I'm doing well. Doing real good. Oh my lord, last time played Valhalla was 3 months ago. That's not that long ago. This is my, like, first time through. But man, there's a lot of cutscenes. It is definitely not a quick game. Still, quicker than Odyssey. Like, if you wanted to play through all of Odyssey, that's probably like 100 hours or thereabouts.
Where in Hellheimer has Ceolbert gone to? Someone here must know.
Where is he? Speak to the guards near the tent.
I'm looking for Ceolbert. Have you seen him?
Last I saw, he was sharpening arrowheads.
Oh, probably for the hunt.
Have you seen Ceolbert?
I don't keep track of the comings and goings of the Ardaling. Ask another.
Let's take this off.
Ivar, it is done.
Peace, eh? And now everyone is shitting themselves with happiness.
If not happiness, then relief. Have you seen Ceolbert? I want to pass on the good news.
He asked me to go hunting earlier, but I am in no such mood.
Hey, Eivor.
Have you seen Ceolbert?
My brother saw him last.
How am I finding Valhalla? I think it's a lot more rushed than the others.
Drunk as a mackerel, isn't he?
Celebrating the peace. Got started early.
Wake up!
Like out of all of the sort of
Where is
RPG
Ceolbert?
ones, the latest 3.
Did none of you see Ceolbert?
Only him, Drenger. You will have to wait until he sleeps it off.
No, let's wake him up.
Does he often get this soaked?
By all the gods, he does. Twice a week. Once for 3 days, another for 4. Then twice on Sundays.
And when you need him to sober up, what do you do?
Keep this to yourself, but once or twice when I needed a quick word, I dumped him in a lake.
It's worth a try.
Let's do it.
Must be some way I can wake this drunk.
Yeah, you agree it's more rushed than the others? Yes, it's just like loads of little things. There's some things that they had in Odyssey that they don't have in this as well. Like just little things that make the game more playable. I forget what it's called. It's like I can't think of the, I can never think of the word. Oh shit. There's a phrase. But it just means like making little things easier. Quality of life. Yeah, that's it. Quality of life. Is that does that count? Yeah. It just had to dip like one of his one of his arms in or something.
A nice nab?
That's a low thing to do to a man.
I am looking for Chaelbed.
The soft Saxon boy
The next Elderman, yes.
said he was going hunting to bring back a feast for Ivar and the rest.
I know he went hunting, but where?
Round the mouth of a cave nearby. Follow the stream up the mountain, south of here.
That's enough to go on. Thank you.
I probably could have just gone out anyway. Because we know that he went hunting. And yeah, they've taken out like all of the boat stuff. Like there's no real boat stuff anymore. But it's different developers as well. So everything that they learn in Odyssey isn't in this because it's a different developer. So it makes sense, but at the same time, I would have preferred it if they kind of like made one after the other instead of making one too often. Wait, maybe he's in here. Wheel.
Go.
Yeah, I think he is. He's in the cave. It's like, oh, I went hunting and then wolves happened. And I've been trapped in this cave.
What happened here? This doesn't look good.
Oh, there's blood. That's a rock. I thought that was a wolf. Also, the lighting, it doesn't really work. Like, it's the same as just not having the torch, pretty much. Whereas in Odyssey, it made the game feel different when you got the torch out. It was like, oh. But also, there'll be like little things where Odyssey was the last of that console generation, and this is the first of the next console generation, but it's like still on the older console. So there'll be graphical things that I don't get because I'm playing on the Xbox One. Whereas it probably looks a lot better and might have better lighting. Well, no, it definitely will have better lighting on the Xbox Series X and S.
Cursed wolves.
A lot of wolves. A lot of woofers. But yeah, I don't really see that as an excuse. Because they did it before. And it was fine. But, you know.
Chaelbed. Tears of Freya.
Oh, he's not looking good. Wait, it's a
Chaelbed,
dagger
You live.
in him. Or a sword.
Stay quiet. You're badly hurt.
Did I just pull that out?
A dragon on the hilt. Guards the Britain crest. Keep breathing, boy. Oh, you haven't got long. I will take you back to say your goodbyes.
Well, tell us who did this, maybe?
I can get you to the others. I'll go easy.
We knew that shit was gonna go down, but I didn't think it would be like this. Look, bets. Where am I going?
Shh, save your strength.
I'm going, like, up all the real difficult ways. When I could just walk forward. There's a big sword floating above us.
Hush. Hush, Gilbert. We'll soon be among friends.
Well, just tell me what happened. What happened?
Here, faster this way. Just breathe, Gilbert. We'll soon be there.
Fuck.
Some help here! Eva! Leonov!
By the hand of Thor!
He's dying. Quickly, glue him back together. Wonder what they would have done for stuff like this. They probably just would have like bound wounds and just hoped for the best.
No! No! You foolish boy! What did you do?
I found him deep in a cave, beset by wolves.
Ivar.
Easy, boy. Easy.
Ivar.
Get me an axe right fucking now!
Ivar. He's gone.
An axe? For what?
Axe!
His guard will take him as he is, axe or not.
Oh, right. Yeah.
God, boy. And I will sing for you in Valhalla. This was no wolf. Tell me what happened.
Can't I just say I found this dagger? You playing Valhalla right now? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say we failed him.
We were fools. An Aetherling was entrusted to us in time of war. We did not protect him.
I taught him to protect himself.
Not well enough. This was stuck in his chest.
Yeah, there we go.
A Briton's dagger. Rodri!
It's quite a fancy dagger.
You murdered his brother. Did you think he would let that lie so easily?
I told you he was a trickster. Peace was never his goal. He takes blood for blood.
Bishop Deolav! Over here.
The walls of his fortress will not protect him. I will sheath this dagger into his lungs.
We must move fast then. Attack before Rodri can revel in his trick.
No mercy this time, Wolf-Kissed. You spared that wet turd Leofrith. We will not spare Rodri.
I swear.
Oh. Well, I don't get a choice.
Murdered.
He was stabbed real
The
good.
Lord who frees you from sin save you and raise you up.
Sent the boy's body to his father. He will want the Christian burial. Lady Angharad said Rodri is holed up in Kausto Castle. That may have been a lie or a tiny slip. Either way, we should find out.
There is a spot near the fortress to set up camp. We will scout it together.
Alright, so much for peace.
A good plan. We go now.
Fine. And remember, Leave Rodri to me.
But like, what if...
Is that the other?
Thanks, random Norse lady. What if this was a setup? A just cause for war? It seems such a shame that he wasn't able to say anything. But what the fuck, did you see that? He just ran through the air. Because, like, oh man. I reckon if he said something, he would be like...
You men, mount up and follow me. There's work to be done.
Maybe he would say it was, Ivar. Be like, it was Ivar with this dagger. He stole the dagger. I have to follow him. Got my own horse.
I should have seen this coming. I should have known he would come for the weakest of us.
You opened a bloody wound when you killed Rodri's
But no,
brother.
I don't think Ivar's like that.
Doing must be paid for in blood.
I'm just always looking for, like, a twist.
In Quatford, you told me Rodri gave you that scar on your face. Is it a story worth telling?
If not worth telling, it is worth remembering. Years ago, I was headed back from the Western Isle. They have got fighters there. I had taken a bit of a beating. Put me in a surly mood. I wanted blood and silver, nothing more. So, me and my Drengir, sailing along the coast of Kemri, see a nice spot for landing, covered in mist. We drag our ships ashore. And just then, a cry came from
Yeah, so you have finished Valhalla before. There was an update just the other day, but I don't think it was for
There they are.
any content in particular. Maybe most of it was to do with the Ragnarok
I am
DLC,
Rodri,
actually.
king of this land. That means shit to me.
But I'm not gonna play any of the DLCs
I give my boys a nod. And we raise
unless they're
up
free.
our axes and charge before they take a breath. We have the numbers, but the Britons are clever. It's marshland. The bog catches our boots, sucks us to a standstill. One by one, Rodri cuts us to bits. He gets to me, lays his blade at my cheek, and gives me this nick. Leave this land and give your people fair warning, he says. Tell them King Rodri gave you that cut. Hen shit, I say. Rodri laughs and lets me go.
Quite a story, Ivar. Son of Ragnar, killer of kings, conqueror of England and the Western Isle. You have lived a saga worth 10.
That I have.
They do love their sagas. Oh shit. Just ran into him.
That sweat-sopped slug is just beyond those walls. May only be defeated by a dragon, my itching ass. He'll meet one all right.
Send a message to your men. We can build a camp here and lay plans for a surprise attack.
No, just send me in. Just send me in, coach. Right, I got the feeling that when he said, like, he could only be killed by a dragon, that when he gets killed by just a person, then that person would be known as the dragon, and then it would be like, ah, the prophecy was right.
Ivar's men waste no time. They're eager to pay out our revenge.
Or like if someone is sort of aiming to kill him, people start calling them, like they start giving them the nickname the dragon, just sort of like, you know, really lock in that prophecy. Dragonflies. Not dragonflies, fireflies. I can words sometimes.
I am ready.
What in the name of Loki have you done?
Called in the dragon to help me slay Rodri. Now what say you, Wolf-Kissed? Are you ready for war?
What dragon?
Rally the men, Ivar. Let's have at it.
It is a good day to die.
The gate looks to be well defended.
My men are loading a cart with cauldrons of oil. We will blast right through that fucking gate.
Oh, that's what he means. Maybe. There might have just been something there constructed and I just walked right past it. Well, I always get scared when there's no, like, indicator that it's loading.
Rodri! Show yourself!
I am here!
Oh, it's on his face.
Ragnarsson! How is it you come in force when our peace has been concluded?
Do not mock us, whoreson! You splattered blood on our peace with the butchery of young Chalbert!
Speak what nonsense you please, Dane. If you mean war, our defenses are sure.
Gaze upon my face, King of Crow Food, and meet the dragon that will devour you!
I see a spent old man playing at serpents.
Enough talking, Ivar.
Bring the oil cart and set the fires! When I am done with Rodri, I will tear the fat from his shanks and use it to fry our bread.
Nice. I could have just shot him, like, right there.
Get the cart, boys! We will light it up in front of the gate!
Get the wagon to the gate!
They've sent soldiers to stop us! I will water the castle walls with Rodri's blood!
Wow, he's good at dodging. Well. Fuck me. A lot of arrows. So, I'll use a poison. But then I can't see. That's the only trouble. There we go. That should just start a chain reaction. Oh, it actually doesn't... It doesn't work for, like, using it on both weapons. That's weird. Even though it's kind of the same skill. I mean, the poison is working up there. Working real good.
Get back! I'll light it up!
Spill your brains!
Run away! Run away!
Storm the castle! Give no quarter!
Right, let's go.
Hold up a fight!
The chain reaction of poison is still happening. It's good. Good to know.
Keep dogs back! Spill your brains!
Right, will this work? Yeah.
That was clever. That was clever.
That was clever. Why thank you.
Holy St. Gallen!
down. Just need a bit of perspective. Stop fighting me. Got him on the floor straight away. That was pretty quick.
Give me a hand with this.
Is he just sitting here?
You make a pitiful dragon.
Damn. Are you serious? He's just like, I'm on fire, but whatever.
Bastard kicked me in the liver. I need some fresh air. Yeah.
Damn. I guess I do catch myself on fire all the time as well, and it's totally fine. We should probably make sure he's like dead.
I felled the rotting old oak.
He's not dead.
No. I have something else planned. Spectacle, remember?
What? What? I don't like the sound of that.
You have won, Ivar. And if you will not kill him now, then let him go. Humiliation will chase him to the end of his days.
Oh no. This will be good. I have something specific in mind. A place and a method. Come.
Okay.
All right. Let's get this over with.
Load this lump of lard onto your horse and we will go. Take care he stays alive. Eivor.
It sounds pretty cruel and unusual, though. I like these dragons. Very Welsh dragons.
Where are we going?
An overlook I found while scouting. A view, one fit for a dying king.
There's no need for spectacle, Ivar. Let the man die with honor.
No, no, no. He must die with style.
And it's weird because I can't really do anything about it. Yeah, he's got lots of dragons.
How are you doing, dear king? Stay with us. You must not miss what is coming.
Hey! Watch out, would you?
I killed King Ella, King Osbert, King Edmund, and now King Rodri. Who else can claim such a string of victories?
Just finish me.
It is not my place to interfere in this feud.
Is it not? But it is my place to carry this guy's dying body to wherever he wants.
Valhalla must look such a sight. Does he breathe still?
Barely.
Rodri, are you listening? For years I wore this scar with shame. Nicked by a Briton and left alive. I tried to cover it with a beard, a cloak, but as your fame grew, I began to beam with pride. A king gave me this mark. What say you to this, Rodri? Huh? Speak up, you old bag of sweat and grease. Here we are. Bring him close.
Where are we?
Have you gone to?
Are you gonna, like, kick him off of a cliff? What is this? It's like a ruins of some place.
Haul him up there, to the top, and keep him breathing.
Finish this quickly, Ivar.
I've been saying that for a while.
See here? A hungry blade. Now comes the dragon to feed on his favorite meal. The blood eagle.
Ivar, is this...
The birth of a blood eagle is a sight to behold, my
Oh
friend.
no.
First,
I know what that is.
slice the length of your spine.
Fucking 10 million years later. We're like, ugh, still happening.
That is a Norseman. The true essence of old heroes. The Blood Eagle has no true meaning for Ivar. He is doing it simply to take pleasure in suffering.
Now, I pull back the flesh.
The method will always outlive the meaning. Few in time will care why this man died. But the how, that is a song for the ages.
That's fucked up. So for those who don't know,
Between good and evil grows thick over time. But glory never fades. There is nothing glorious here. Life is not pretty. It is a bloody fight.
it doesn't have to be.
Out come the lungs, and we spread them like wings. All of Mercia can see him now.
I have seen enough.
We are not finished, Eivor. This saga we have written together, it needs an ending. Here and now.
It is ended, Ivar. I'm done with this place.
A fight to the death. You and me. If I win, I am the greatest Vikinger who ever lived. If I lose, what a tale you have to tell.
You are battle drunk, Ivar. Goodbye.
Poor Ceolbert. He barely said a word.
When
I fucking knew it.
Pushed that dragon dagger into his heart.
I fucking knew it.
Just a soft little squeal. Then, nothing.
You sick, cursed fuck-out!
The things a man must do.
Unless he's just saying that just
Trials
to
one must face.
just to fight.
Friends one must betray. To achieve one's destiny. And become king killer. Forevermore.
Traitor! Ceolbert was...
Like a son to me! Yes! Yes! So fight me, Wolf-Kissed, to a glorious death!
Well,
This is a life, Eivor! To fight high above the world! Valhalla awaits!
I have an idea. Where's the biggest drop? Oh, it's not actually that big. He's, what's his AI doing? Oh, now he's coming. Whoa! What's he doing? He is very slippery, isn't he? Come on. Come on. Come on. He didn't even take that much damage. What the hell?
Down, Eivor! I have only begun to enjoy this!
He took like no damage. That was a really big drop.
You are too reckless, Eivor! A storm of mindless chaos!
Mindless? Watch out! Bleed like jailbird!
Yeah, I really don't know if he did actually do it or not. But it seems convenient, does it? That Chailbert didn't actually say anything as he was dying.
Do not shame me! Hold a moment, Eivor.
Nope.
Let me ask you something.
What? Let's have a fight to the death. No, wait a moment. Let's just have a little chat.
Speak then, or I take your tongue!
Will you see your father in Valhalla, Wolf-Kissed? Or is the coward in Helheim weeping tears of ice?
What? What the fuck?
Go again!
What the hell? I like that the conversation became dodge, like for a split second there, as I was reading it.
My long road ends.
I was expecting him to be like, let's have a chat. I didn't actually do that. I just wanted you to fight. Now finish me, or something like that.
Eivor, hand me my weapon.
Oh. Nah, mate.
Eivor, give it here.
To Helheimer with you.
Eivor.
What a dickhead. I guess we're not very Viking, are we? We definitely are much more of a diplomat than a Viking. I think the biggest insult would be to never, like, actually tell his story as well. Just be like, didn't you kill that guy? He'd be like,
Carry
nah.
the body to Quatford.
Don't know what happened to him.
We'll say our goodbyes there. And send a message to Ubba. Tell him his brother is dead.
I got the ring because I gave him some money. Weird. Oh, it won't let me pick him up. Oh no, the guy might go back and be like, where's his axe? Wait, where are we going? Oh, we're probably just going home? No? Wait, what? The marker is... Oh, maybe I wasn't quite facing the right direction. No, it doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. Oh, it's here. There the whole time. Just looking at the new content for the update. Was it all to, like, content-wise, is it all to do with Ragnarok? Or is there, like, free stuff as well? I looked at, like, some of the patch notes, and it was just like, we fixed a lot of things. And then my game crashed that same day. I was like, well, okay. I don't think they fixed the audio issues still. But yeah, I've had, like, graphical glitches and crashes and stuff. It's not been, like, too bad. Like, it's not crashed, like, constantly. There was one point where it crashed so often that I did need to like, go offline with the Xbox, and then for some reason it didn't. And I was like, wow, okay. Some weird sort of thing happening there. It was to do with mastery challenges. Ah, okay. I don't think I've done any of those yet. Kind of waiting for the game to introduce them to me. Because there was one quest, and then I followed it. It was to do with, like, a meteorite and an old lady. And then it was just like, nah, keep playing the game. Well, I'm gonna guess that the game will tell me about them at some point. But it's good to know that there's, like, more content.
Another dark day clouds our victory.
Bishop. Ubba. Dead at the hands of a Briton.
What?
I cannot imagine the shame my brother felt in his final hour. Were it not for this peace, I killed him. You?
Yeah.
After peace was made, Ivar murdered Ceolbert and pinned the crime on Rotary to get another swing at him. How do you come to know this? He told me himself. I am always one who desires the truth, Eivor. But this is a hard thing to hear. Did he die well?
No. No.
He died defending a grievous lie. I cannot say that is dying well. Ivar, I spent my whole life repairing the damage he inflicted. Still, he was my brother. With Ivar gone, peace and quiet are now possible. That is something. I will console myself with the thought that we will meet again in Valhalla. Axe in hand.
Yep. Yep. Yep, sure.
Good or ill, he lived life by his own rules. What man can say better? He lived his life at cross purposes. I often found him strange and his actions puzzling. But not all men are meant to be understood. He needs a proper farewell. I will prepare a ship for his funeral pyre. Bishop, send word to Lady Angharad. Say that her husband died by treachery, and that Ivar has paid the price for it.
As soon as I am able.
Have you heard from King Ceolwulf? I cannot imagine his grief.
He is felled by it. Still, he makes plans for this shire. I am to be Elderman here. Therefore, Shropshire declares herself your friend and ally, and will remain so for the length of my days.
I'm grateful, Bishop.
God go with you, Eivor, wherever you may lead.
I still sort of don't believe that he killed him. He killed Ceolbert. Because, like, you know, he was fucking nuts, but I don't think he ever lied about anything else.
May your time in Valhalla be bright and glorious. Rollbringer of battle song. The boneless one sails into a singing glory on a flaming water steed. Wind across the water. The battle maidens beat their wings to carry a king to Odin's hall of corpses.
Well,
Ivar gone. Shropshire an ally. I should confer with Randvi.
Now it's time to go home. Ugh. Man, that was messed up. Oh yeah, the whole blood eagle thing. It's when they like you pull back the ribs so that they're inverted, and then the lungs are like with them as well, so it kind of looks like wings. Fucked up, isn't it? I don't know if like that was supposed to happen whilst they were still alive, or if that was what people said to sort of scare people, you know? But it was something that was done. Which is fucking gross. And really disturbing. But yeah, I get the feeling it's like a lot of like torture equipment where it's like just the thought of it alone is enough. And you don't actually need to do it that often. But it's still fucked up. Like, you know, just like torture equipment, it was still used anyway.
Who could Guthban be? One of us?
Good day.
We are allied with Shropshire, but at a grievous cost. Young Chelbet was killed.
Yes, my scouts told me. Such a tragic death for so dubious a gain. I hope you paid his killers back in kind.
Justice was done.
Gilbert will be remembered. He was good company in the short time he was with us.
He was.
Right, we'll do one more. Oh, it looks like there's another place available.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Kent is available. 130. 190. Okay, so Kent is sort of next in terms of power level. Yeah, fuck it.
Tell me more about Kent.
Basim has written, claiming to have found the woman Fulke and asking for your aid. He has taken shelter at St. Hadrian's Priory.
Any news of Sigurd?
Nothing he mentioned. But if he has found the paladin Fulke, Sigurd cannot be far behind.
Yeah. If it's to do with Fulke as well. Because, yeah, did they turn out to be part of the...
I'll go as soon as I can.
Good. Be safe, Eivor.
Basim has news of Sigurd. I should find him soon.
Basim? Where is he? Oh, was Dag right there? Is Dag gonna be like...
Dag, Basim has brought word of Sigurd's location. We're leaving at once to find him.
Well done, Eivor. After so long, it finally occurs to you to search for our Jarl. I applaud your half-hearted effort, but I will not be joining you.
Dag, this is no joke. On the ship, now.
Someone needs to stay home and direct the affairs of the settlement. As you seem to shun this place as often as possible, it must fall to me.
What? Dag, what the fuck is wrong with you? Hello, welcome, Flux. How's it going? You must join us, Dag, for fuck's sake.
Sigurd's life is at stake. We need you there.
No, I am needed here.
Do you doubt me so completely that you will not raise an axe to save your Jarl?
A fine way of
I can't read Korean.
kissed.
I'm pretty sure that's Korean
Find
anyway.
the Jarl, bring him back. Only do not get lost along the way, as you seem to more and more these days.
This is not done, Dag. We will speak when I return.
Although, I heard that it's quite easy to learn. Like a lot of words you can sound out and
A
stuff.
moment.
Fucking Dag. Wait, so was that a separate quest? No, it's not. It's not. Okay. Gonna say. But yeah, what, like, I don't get what's happening with Dag. Like, what he's supposed to be, like, his point of view. He tells me, like, I'm too eager to, like, pretend to be the Jarl and stuff like that. And then he tells me that I don't spend enough time in the place. And then he tells me that I don't spend enough time looking for my brother. And it's like, I've done all of these things, Dag. What are you talking about? I built up the settlement. I have found my brother. And he went missing again. And I don't claim to be the Jarl, but, you know, I'm around a lot more often than my brother is, so, you know, I probably am more of a Jarl than he is. Right, we've got to find Basin.
I need your eyes, my friend.
We've got to find the assassin boy. Ooh, mushrooms. Probably shouldn't eat them. Is that him? Yeah, that is him.
What I mean to say is, faith is paramount. Yes, for without it, Christ's sacrifice means nothing.
He died to save us, did he not? From the original sin of Adam and Eve? Yet evil persists.
Yes, evil persists because he gave us free will.
Does a newborn babe, slain by a despot, have free will?
Yes. No, I mean, that is too simplistic.
Or the priest whose heart is torn from his chest by the wolf? Judas, who was predestined to betray the Nazarene?
Some argue Judas was used.
Do my ears deceive me, Brother Hortbert? You question the scriptures? Declare Judas an innocent? A preposterous blasphemy!
No, that is not what I said. Brother Cedric, am I not the most pious of his servants?
Out! Out!
Making new friends?
A person's tongue gives you a taste of their heart, Eivor. And such information is often useful.
And how do these sallow Christians taste?
It was only a figure of speech, Eivor, and I have tired of it already.
Is this how it must be between us?
Of course not. I'm grateful that you have come.
Have you found Folke?
So what of the Joy Kanga Fulke? In your message, you said you tracked her to Kent.
She is here somewhere, and as of last month, Sigurd was with her. But there is no guarantee this will be the case tomorrow.
So, what is your plan?
We are deep in their god's heartland, a heathen and a heretic. To hunt Fulke, we'll need a Christian snare.
Fulke is hardly a saint herself. These Christians abhor her strange ideas.
True. But unlike us, she can carry herself as one of them. She won't hide from everyone, not with a prisoner in tow.
So, where to begin?
I've made a friend, Abbot Cunibert, full of pious fire, but with ambition that far outweighs his wit.
And what does your friend Cunibert know?
Come, I will introduce you, and we'll hear the full tale together.
Yeah, I did want to have a look at the order. Yeah, she is one of them. So if we find her and kill her... oh, actually, yeah, that is to do with... That is to do with the story, because there's no other, like, branches leading to her. Okay.
Peace in your time alone, Basim.
I am always at peace, and never alone. I move among the people of the world with great joy. I watch them, study them, learn from them at all times. This is our duty. The Hidden One's calling.
You know, for the first time since we've met, you sound more like you're a princess than yourself.
Surely Hytham sounds like me, if I have taught him well.
Your creed and your tenets, you mean?
That's right. And our sense of, how should I say, deep responsibility to the betterment of mankind.
That's quite an ambition. But it doesn't explain what you see in Sigurd. My brother is not so generous.
Ah, but your brother is someone special, important. And I want him to see that. I hope to show it to him.
So I think that they're just interested in
Is this
our
not
bloodline,
a
essentially.
blessed plot? God's own country. And this Eden should be given to his servants to tend.
Abbot Cunibert. This is the Norse I spoke of.
Ah, yes. And quite a fearsome one at that.
Basim says you know the Paladin Fulke.
Indeed. The Lady Fulke passed this way not more than a month ago. We talked, we drank. Very pleasant woman.
And where is she?
Eivor will be your axe, Abbot. Whether to fell a tree or hew the limbs from an enemy.
What have you promised him?
Oh, just a trifle, Eivor. A little problem I believe you can help me with.
Speak your terms plainly, Abbot. I will decide if the bargain is worth my time.
Ah, your wolf shows its teeth, Basim.
Let's cut to the point. What favor would you ask in exchange for Fulke?
Some weeks ago, our alderman in Kent was called to God. A terrible loss. King Alfred has chosen his replacement, but has not yet announced the name. I must know it. Now.
All of Kent will see soon enough which Thane he has chosen. Why not wait?
I want early access. To woo him, before his exalted position is made public and every fool is at his door.
Who else knows the chosen man?
The king's emissary, sent with a letter of congratulations to the new alderman. Intercept him and bring me the news. When I know the Thane's name, we'll discuss how I might win his favor.
Okay.
If we do this, how will you find Fulke? I want some kind of assurance.
Do you have ears in every church, abbey, and cathedral in Kent? Because I do. And I will find her.
And we will do the deeds to staining for a Christian soul.
This emissary, how will I find him?
Tunbridge Monastery sent word that the king's men always pass a few nights in their hospitality. Begin there.
I'll get the Elderman's name. You find Fulke.
All in good time. Now, if we're done, I have business up the south coast. Falkenston has the best fish in Wessex.
Then I will find you there, when the Elderman's name is mine.
Cunibert is ambitious, but well connected. We will not find Fulke without him.
I suppose we'll see. What will you do?
I'm not done playing with these Christians yet. I will see you in Falkenston.
Okay, so we just have to find a name. Should be pretty easy. If it's written down. Like, just sneak in. Ugh. Make it daytime as well. Horse. Let's kick a deer. Why is the kick not more powerful? Like in previous games, you would use your weapon, not just your foot. Yeah, each one is just your foot. Pretty weird.
If Alfred's emissary spent a few days here, someone may know where he went.
So let's go talk to people in a pub. Well, this isn't a pub. Wait, there's a lock on this door? Oh, it's not. It's not this door. It's a door to a different room. they just scream intruder?
Who are you? Loitering and lollygagging.
I'm looking for someone. An emissary from Alfred. Have you seen such a man?
Ooh, la-di-da. Listen to you, all high and mighty. Get away with you, you valley lily.
What? I can threaten if you prefer.
If you would rather feel the edge of my blade, it can be arranged.
Yeah, that I respect. Forceful, to the point, as refreshing as a summer ale.
You're a strange fish. Did you see the man or not?
I did. He was getting pie-eyed with that bard Gowan and causing quite a ruckus. They left together. See? That wasn't hard, was it?
Harder than it should.
I'm supposed to be the one saying that. What a weird guy. Right, so he was like glowing the main quest color, sort of teal. So I don't think there's much reason to speak to anyone else. Ah, there we go. There's another. If I can find the front door.
You trying to catch flies, or would you ask something of me?
I'm looking for a man. He passed through here on the king's business.
No, bugger off here, or I'll call the guards. I'm sick of people. You need to heal your own ills.
Nah, I'll be nice.
How about you help me from the goodness of your heart, and then I'll leave you alone.
A wise move, Mudwit. It so happens I did see Alfred's man. He's long gone, though. Maybe Gowan the Bard knows where.
Where will I find him?
But he was pissed as a newt. Last I saw, he was passed out in trees between the arbor and bridge. Oh, now go find someone else to vex.
There was a bard drinking with the emissary. I should find him. See if he knows anything. There was a bard drinking with the
Is he
emissary.
under a bridge?
I should find him.
Yes, we know.
See if he knows anything.
We know this. You just said this.
That ale-swamped scab can't have gone far.
I reckon he's like drunk under the bridge. Maybe. And maybe we have to chuck him in the river because he's so drunk.
You there? You alive?
Patience is a tired horse. Ploddity plod plod.
Another tottering teat-sucker who can't hold his drink. Let's clear your head.
Yep. Sober up the bard. Well, let's try this one again. Because this worked before. Oh, you can't throw them.
Oh, it's cold as a witch's tit in here!
They even said the same thing.
Oh, God's truce! Fie on you! Oh, what infernal wakes me?
Be the
Are
bard.
you the tale weaver?
Gowan the dandelion. For the seeds of my stories flit upon the winds of Wessex. But why, mule, do you kick my noggin?
You and Alfred's emissary were drinking in the tavern. Tell me where he went.
Were we? I was so ale-addled. Perhaps a small and silver thing upon my palm might help me recall?
No. No. Oh, I guess so.
Have some coin, and rent a proper bed for the night.
Oh, bless you! For stories are my currency, friend. How else am I to make my living?
A more honest profession? Plowing fields, milking cows.
Manual labor? God's blood! There's a fortress to the southeast where paladins pray by night and fight by day. Dover, on the White Cliffs.
My thanks. And in return, wisdom. Too much beer-bibbing will grow a fool in wit and words.
My thanks, weaver of the obvious. Now leave me to my unholy punishment.
Right, so they're near the cliffs. Way over here. I could go by boat, but then I'll have to like go up the cliffs. We'll go by horse. Oh yeah, I made a new
The emissary made
redeem.
Dover Fortress.
I was like, what are these
Southeast
called? Check it out. I might make more. It's pretty fun. I don't know what though. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm not dead. Isn't it good? Oh, I fucking love it. I thought you might. I thought you might like it. Ah, fuck's sake. I might even make them cheaper, I don't know. Or maybe they should all be that much. And like, I just do a bunch of sound alerts about that price. Well, this exactly the same price. For fuck's sake. Where am I going? Stupid horse can't climb up walls. Not like the horse in Odyssey. Yeah, I might also look into like there's a way to do it so that like video clips come up and stuff on the overlay. I've not really done any overlay stuff though. I kind of like that it's quite clean.
The
And
emissary is somewhere here.
I've just done like
Perhaps I can find the letter without bloodshed. The Bard said paladins trained at this fortress. This will not be an easy fight.
It will be an easy fight. We're over leveled. But yeah, I don't know how like visually cluttered I want it. Because I like it that it's just the game. Like when I watch VODs and things of you know, people that I like playing games that I kind of want to look at, I prefer it to be minimal. So that's why I've kind of gone for that. But if, in all honesty, most of this game is quite boring. So that's why I've put in like text-to-speech. And stuff like that. So it's like, ah, fuck it, why not? If I'm not following the story, I don't think anyone else is. I'll follow, like, the overall story. But that's about it. Anyway.
Survey the area, Sunan.
Like, I can't mark individuals, right? Oh. I can find resources. That's weird. Uh-oh. But also, if you know, like, any other fun noises... I could just like look up like meme noises. Oh, I think like canned laughter might be a good one. Clapping might be a good one. Yeah, I might look for stuff like that.
Follow my lead.
You have the damn where'd you find this MP3? What is that? I don't think I've heard that. check your Discord. Okay. 1 second. Very important. Much important.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. Or I guess like it could just be stuff from games. Like memes from games. Like arrow to the knee, but not that. Or like Solid Snake saying like kept you waiting, huh? Or I don't know. Just stuff like that, just dumb stuff. I need to write this down. Because when it comes to me being like, okay, I'm gonna see what I can do, my mind just goes blank, and I'm like, I got no ideas. I'll just put in a duck. I'll put in a duck quack. I know exactly what duck quack I want. Yeah, that's the one. Found it and put it in. But it's also like a proof of if it works or not. Right, I'm way off mark, aren't I? Near the tree. Ah, my legs. Yeah, either that or like clips. I don't know if that's a thing. Like clips of my own stream and other clips on Discord. I don't know if I could have those as overlays. Oh, that sounds really complicated. What the hell is that? Oh, it's like a punching bag. He just fell over. He fell over.
If I could steal the letter without killing the emissary,
Yeah,
it would keep me out of trouble.
I'll steal this letter.
Guards! Guards!
Shit. He said if I could steal this letter, then I ran up to him, and then he said, without killing. Well, there we go, we got it. I was like, yeah.
Alfred's chosen ealdorman was a thane called Tedmund. The abbot Cunibert will want to know.
I mean, did the abbot specifically say don't kill the guy? I don't remember him saying that.
I should meet Bassam and the abbot in Falkenston.
Yeah, I was just getting out of the area. I could have got some treasure. Nah, fuck it. We don't need it. We actually don't, because I've like all my gear is upgraded. Like it's weird. You upgrade it so that it can potentially be better, and that's the stuff that uses the ingots, that uses the treasures that you find. And then to actually upgrade it, you need like titanium and iron and leather. Pretty weird upgrade system, really. There should just be one, because it's confusing. Oh, there's also runes and rune slots. I think it might be interesting to get like a poison weapon, but then there would just be those clouds of poison everywhere because it's like in my skills. That happens.
Kent's new ealdorman will be Thane Tedmund.
Tedmund? Oh, the Lord is testing me. He is made mouse by you Danes. Barely leaves his fortress at Roosister. How might I gain his influence if he will not speak to me? Or to anyone? 'Tis a puzzle.
To inspire loyalty, Tedmund must owe you something, such as his life.
Go on.
A fortress stormed, a man kidnapped. If you beat back his enemy, Saved him from sure death. His gratitude would...
Swell. It would know no bounds. But that fortress will be harder to pry open than a nun's knees.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Why are we getting involved now? He only wanted the information. It was information for information. So, like, why are we planning this on his behalf?
Are you hiding something, Batham?
There is a lumber mill nearby, correct?
Beamisfield. Alfred invests much in fortifying Wessex, and uses our forests to do so. The mill provides his wood.
Tedmund is there.
Impossible. How do you know?
I heard rumors that Tedmund had been lured out of self-exile to manage work on the fortifications of Canterbury.
Taking him from a lumberyard is less dangerous than assaulting a fortress. But your rescue attempt will not have the same flair. Is it worth it?
It may still work. Yes. Yes. Bring him to the megaliths.
And Fulke?
When I have Tedmund's fealty, you shall have Fulke. Now go.
That wasn't the deal.
I will rustle up a small rescue party.
One more time.
That wasn't the deal.
If he says my boots are dirty or my hand needs
Fucking kill him now.
I will split him off.
No. Okay. Oh god. God really protects him. Come here. Come here. I hate this. Where it's like, oh yeah, do a quest and I'll give you the information. And then we do the quest and it's like, do a quest and I'll give you the information. It's like, why do I expect you to fulfill that?
I'm wary of this
because you just didn't.
He is self-serving and evasive. Can he really deliver Fulke?
The abbot is a friend of Fulke's. That is clear.
So long as he doesn't suspect our motive, we may have a chance.
Indeed. This brings to mind a story. Perhaps you've heard of it. The Scorpion and the Frog.
A children's story?
Yeah.
A cautionary...
Everyone knows that story.
The Scorpion wants to cross the river, but he cannot swim. So he enlists the help of the Frog. The Frog agrees to carry him on his back, extracting a promise that the Scorpion will not sting him.
Let me guess. The Scorpion reneges, blaming his nature, and both drown.
The Scorpion crosses the river and stings an innocent man, killing him. So what does this tale tell us?
That your stories are clouded and their meaning doubly so?
It shows that every tale has 1,000 possible outcomes, many of which are surprising. If the abbot does not deliver Fulke, he will die at night.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just tried to kill him then.
Lead. I will follow.
What? What? You just got off your horse to get onto my horse?
This chase will catch us a plump hen.
What the hell?
The abbot has Tedmund's gratitude. He will deliver Fulke. It will cost us nothing more than this.
If that leaden wit keeps his word.
Wait, hold on. This donkey is just delivering things on its own. Oh, it fell over. What? Okay. Self-employed donkey. Okay. But yeah, he said like if the abbot doesn't deliver on his promise, he's gonna kill him himself. So even the NPCs are getting sick of this shit. Yes, sometimes the cloak thing doesn't happen. Oh fuck! Find and kidnap. Oh. How do we kidnap him? trying to run, it's really not happening. There we go. I mean, we've basically kidnapped them, haven't we? Fucking get out. Get down. Oh, you just beat him up. I guess he's like unkillable if you have to capture him.
I am not who you think I am! Let me go!
Stop caterwauling and you'll live.
Live? Oh, saints, protect me!
Silence will save you, Tedmund. Silence, not your saints.
Alright, where are we going to take him? Please. Don't think I ever told you, Ryan, but when I followed you last year, I thought you were a light-skinned black dude. You know, everyone thinks that. Everyone's like, I thought that you were like half black or something. Nope. I'm practically see-through. I'm so pale. So yeah, I get that a lot. Well, for people who haven't like seen me IRL, I suppose. Game. Oh. Where are we going to take him? Because going back to the town is not where I would have thought. But yeah, I had a friend, and her husband thought that I was black, like the whole time, or like half black. And that was like, that was for over a year as well.
Flee, my friend. We have the man we came for. Does this venture not set your blood ablaze?
You don't prefer working in the shadows?
And so we have. To steal a man, take him with swiftness, and escape without anyone on our heels? We hide in plain sight. Such is our way. But only until the moment of success, the final strike.
I prefer to act and speak plain. Kings and lords who do not are often misunderstood.
Yet, as a leader yourself, you cannot deny that subtlety and intrigue are a cloak you must wear. How many of your clan know the true circumstances of Sigurd's absence?
No one.
You see my point. A leader must know when to speak and when to stay silent. For silence is not always a lie.
It can feel like one. You truly embrace the concept of hiding in plain sight, eh? To its very fullest.
As I do in everything. Ah, you prefer to work in the shadows.
He is a smart man. I have to carry him. Okay. Also, it'll be a year in June. It's almost our follow anniversary then. Oh, do you want me to put him on the ground? Or on the horse? I'm gonna put him on the ground. What? Game, where do you want... What? It says carry him, right? I'll carry him. It just says carry him. And now it's like marking my horse. Like I need to put him on the horse. Target must be on ground to complete the objective. He was on the ground. What? Maybe it needs to be where my horse is. And my horse is just in the way. Get out of the way. Way. Yeah, that is what it is. Ah, fuck. Horse, I will shoot you. I'll do it. There we go. What a weird thing.
In the name of Alfred, King of Wessex, I demand you release his royal subject into my care.
Come no closer, Christian, else your man dies by my blade.
Please, I'm not the man you want.
Keep your eye on this one. He'll be worth a hefty bounty.
I still find it weird that I've been streaming for a year.
We have your man. Now let's finish this.
I still feel like a noob.
Are you sure that's Tedmund? He's dressed as a lord, but that man is shorter and fatter than I recall.
I'm not Tedmund. I'm not. I swear upon the Holy Rood, I am not Thane Tedmund.
What in heaven's name is happening here?
Who are you? Speak quickly, or I will slit your throat and leave you for the crows.
Shergar. I'm called Shergar. Lord Tedmund pays me a measly coin to serve as his double.
Brother Shergar, you are far from Augustine's priory.
I left the cloisters many moons ago, Your Holiness. The monastic life was not my calling.
I mean, we shouldn't really let him know that this was that this was faked.
You're of no use to us then. Perhaps I should just kill you here and now.
No, wait. Let me think. Let me think. Danes. To storm the walls, you need Danes. There's a raiding camp west of here I was told to be wary of. Acting as Tedmund, I ordered a band of soldiers to capture them. If you hurry, you may be able to stop this.
If another band of Danes wants to join our assault, we'll have the distraction we need to get inside Rochester.
If the Saxons don't slaughter them first.
I am still Tedmund to the men in the field. I could speak with their captain, send his men away.
It's a fearless plan.
The Nordnir knit winding paths that cannot be unknotted. It seems Rochester was always in our path. Abbot, stay alert. We'll send word when we're ready to capture Tedmund.
And this fool? He knows much of our plan.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Do what you want with him. I won't risk our plan on the shambling of this fool.
Come, Brother Shergar. And perhaps today would be the time to consider a vow of silence?
An army of Danes is all we need to take the fortress.
Let us hope.
I just didn't want to deal with him.
It's best to snare a wasp with honey. Have you ever considered more subtlety?
I leave manipulation to you, Basim. You appear to see it as an art.
It is both art and science to bend a man to your will. And harder still to convince them that they are firmly in control.
Shergar was quick to betray
True
his
that.
lord. Do you not think he would sell us out as swiftly?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I do not presume to know a man's heart in so brief a...
What do you see, Sunan?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I do not presume to know a man's heart in so brief a meeting.
You murdered our people, men, women, children!
God won't let us lose. Let's bleed you!
Tied up like animals. I need to...
Oh, they've been, like, automatically untied.
We owe you our lives, friend. These Saxon whoresons would have killed us all.
Yes, they would have. And now's your chance to hit back. March with us on Rochester and drain it of riches.
I would gladly, friend. But we few will not break those iron-thick walls.
And we have no allies in Wessex. None who could be called upon to attack their countrymen.
Mercia will heed the call. Gidrich will provide our Viking a horde. We'll send a message to Oxenfordshire. The men of Mercia would gladly take a swipe at Wessex. What is your name, warrior?
Runa Egilsdotter.
We need ships, Runa.
We have a small fleet moored upriver, but a naval chain blocks passage to Rochester's walls.
I will remove it, and your people will bring their ships.
I think I already
Now,
have.
gather these fallen weapons and armor. Gidrich and the men of Oxenfordshire will need them to hide their Mercian origins.
My warriors were denied Valhalla today. I cannot bear the idea of gifting their weapons to more Saxons.
Their sacrifice was great. Their gift will be all the greater.
They will know justice with our victory. It will calm their restless shades, I promise. Will your men bring the armor to the battle?
And what is our plan?
In the morning, you will go to Buckingham, remind Gidrich of his promise. When you have his bond, meet me on the shore near Rochester with the ships.
Abbot Cunibert must be warned in advance. He'll need time to muster his rescue party.
Runa, that is your task. I will tell you where to meet him before you leave.
All seems in order. At first new light, I will leave.
Good. That gives us time to drink.
Met your fate.
You've traveled so far to carry out your duty. Is this the life of a hidden one? Always on the move?
Mine is not the usual path. The Creed does travel. Our ideals are universal. We believe that.
So there's nowhere you call home?
No place I call home. No.
Weird.
For me, home is family. But I have no family.
No one? Not even Hytham?
Parents, brothers, all dead.
I lost my parents when I was 9 winters alone. Without Sigurd, I would have...
There is always one unbreakable bond.
Yes.
Children. They bewilder you. They can cause you so much worry. Fill you with joy. Even stop your heart. And if you're lucky, they replace you. I was not so lucky. I had a son. I miss him terribly. Even now.
I am sorry. Basim.
He was taken from me. By someone I trusted. A friend. A mentor. A man who I would trust with anything. But a man you trust with anything can take everything. He took all I had. All I had.
Doesn't say who that was. It's their mentor. Or a mentor. Probably to do with the Order.
Rue says there will not be an easy nut to crack. Time to prepare.
I'm prepared. Oh, we got a lot of points.
Yeah!
Might wait until it's like 20. Only level up on like even, well, not even numbers, but like, you know, multiples of 10. Yeah, there was like a bit of
This place is heavily guarded.
you tell that Evil was thinking about like his prophecy and how that it might be relevant. Oh, here we go. Here's the chain. So that's probably the housing for the chain. Is it on that side? I guess it could be any side. No, it is the other side. Sneaky, sneaky. Can we just shoot it through here? Oh, that would be good. That would be really good. Almost can. Oh, so close. Wait a minute. Oh, fuck. I think they've made it so that you actually can't. The thing is, though, is that I have these arrows that go through anything, but they kind of go through the actual target as well. They only like affect people. Yeah. That would be real good though if they went through and broke it. It won't take that much longer anyway. Okay, it's a locked door. Oh, god damn it. I was hoping that I had randomly found the key. Because that happens at points. Oh, it's on a person. Okay. I can get the key from here then.
Clear this fort and break this chain to get our ships safely upriver. The mechanism should be inside.
Stand up. Stand up. Right. The crow should get me the key. I say crow. The raven. There we go. There we go. Like, what? What? I get down there. Is this just to... Do I go in here just to get to there? But then, oh, how do I get to there? Wait, I didn't necessarily need that key. Oh well. Yeah, I could have gone in through the top, broke that door, and then gone round. It's fine. It's fine, it's done now. What's the video?
With the chain down, Gidrich and the ships can get through.
I can't fit. Too big. Oh my lord, shiver me timbers, this is indeed an exquisite composition. My, the tones and the arrangement and phrases is making me arrive. Right, well that's the blockade down. But yeah, if the piercing shot affected objects, could have just done it completely remotely. Just kick a wolf. No big deal. Let me guess, I need to be anonymous? And these wolves know who I am. What? The wolf just bound in. Did he, like, throw people?
Eivor, we await your orders.
You brought your weapons and armor.
Aye, Raven Tamer.
Good. Now we dig in and wait for our friends.
What song is it? What's it called?
Well met, old friend.
Or what's it from?
When the chance arrived to lodge an axe in the sod of Wessex, you thought of me. Such an honor.
Is everything else in place, Eivor? Are we ready to take Roosevelt?
Don't know, just some song. I better not play it then. I'm Reggie.
Rally our army. We will drag this mouse from his hole.
It's not about it being vulgar, it's about it being copywritten or not. or just whatever the hell rules Twitch have. Twitch and YouTube as well. You get claimed on like the smallest little thing, especially on YouTube. Yeah, it's not so much the strike thing. It's a meme song, still. Still. Because there's people on YouTube that will copyright stuff. Shit. That they don't actually legally have the copyright for, but in terms of YouTube, they do. It's really weird. It's really fucking weird. But people make a living out of it. Come on, guys. Come on, you can do this. Or shall I just go over? Oh no, I can't because they put spikes everywhere. Is this the same place that I was in? Why is that guy just there? Sucks to be you guys. Is he gonna walk off? Oh, he almost did. The chain reaction of poison.
Look out!
Oh fuck. They might be dying, but they still got enough to keep shooting. Oh my god. They just keep coming. Is this not going to be automatic? Although I did say that last time. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to see if it actually goes through. Poison's still happening. Contributed towards the Play Minecraft challenge. Oh, yeah, there we go. But there's somehow already Danes in here. Yep. Good stuff. Destroy the oil. I'm on fire. I'm on fire a little bit. As is tradition.
Then we will put them out.
Fuck. Why? Oh, well that didn't work. What the hell did he just do? What did he do? Did I cover him in oil and then he was like, I'm gonna light a fire. And he did. What an idiot. What a fucking idiot. The best thing for me to do right now is to light a fire. I'll show these people. There's a guy on fire up there already. There we go. Oh fuck. Like they're waiting patiently. Ah shit, I'm on fire.
Look out! Oil!
Just run through. It's fine. It hardly hurts. I'm scared. I'm scared.
with me.
Wait, what does this do? Oh, feign death. Yeah. I kept that because I thought it was funny.
Defend the ram!
Keep those Saxons back!
There we go. I'll just wait for them.
We must find a way to look.
Okay, the graphics are...
I will see to it.
The graphics are happening.
I'll make blood pudding of ya!
Yeah, I waited a little bit because a prompt came up for assassinate whilst I was feigning death. But it wasn't to be. Yeah, the game might crash. Because the graphics are doing their thing.
Beware that burning oil!
I'll deal with the oil. Hey guys. They'll all die.
Tetmund is holed up in the tower keep. Press forward!
I'll just go without them. Fuck it. Can I, like, go to the floor, please? Oh, I can break it from this side. There we go. No need for a battering ram. Everyone is on fire. They're so stupid.
Then we must look higher up for a way inside.
Well, I'm in. I'm already in. Where is he? Take me to your leader. I got some food up here. Nice. What? It's like a bit of a puzzle. We're like raiding a place, but it's like, oh yeah, it's a bit of a puzzle. Huh. There he is. Oh really? I mean, if that's what you want. Do these break so I can kick you off? I don't think they do. Them said.
I'll cut you down,
I don't think I can get him over. We'll just have to, like, stab him a bit. Oh shit. Apparently, I defeated him, but he was still going. Wait, hold on. Did we get to the play Minecraft amount?
You dare to
No,
take
not
this
yet.
fortress, Dane? Alfred's army will smear your innards across the battlements.
We're not here for stone and sand, Thane Tetmund.
Help.
I
Graphics.
shit on you! You and your toy gods! I will not bow
I'm
to
dying.
you like some puppet's lord! I would rather die!
How much will your king pay us to keep your sniveling head upon
Isn't
your neck?
this such a well-made game?
Marches upon us from the south.
Don't you just love it?
From St. Hadrian's Priory, backed by a field.
Ah, then, Abbot Kinnebert, God be praised. If riches are all you care about, the church has it in abundance.
If the terms are fair, you'll have your freedom. A chest or two of silver for a shit-stained sewer rat.
And they glitch off into the sunset.
Or I'll not be able to stop my friend from slitting your throat.
Watch yourself, heathen. You handle me too roughly. Go!
I think it might be to do with the amount of things on screen at once, because it happened at the wedding
No offense, Thane.
where there was lots of people.
Ransom to me, nothing more.
This is why you batter down my gates, kill me men, for a purse of grubby coin? You have no honor.
Enough. I'll return you to the Saxons with 10 fewer Thengis.
Ugh. Yeah, and in another raid as well, it happened. So it's like when there's a lot of people.
No. You there, heathens! Let this good man go, or suffer an iron sickness.
And what you offer us in return?
Your lives?
We lost many good men storming this keep. It will not be in vain, Christ's slave. 20 chests of silver.
Give them what they ask, Kinnebert.
A hefty sum that will leave God's coffers hollow? I cannot give it up without some assurance. Tedmund!
You extort me in return for my life? You were swiftly met, Abbot. Not long after these scallious worms took my fort.
On the Lord's bidding, Tedmund. At prayer, a terrible vision befell me. A host of heathens, your life in danger.
A coincidence I find rather... rather ominous, Abbot. Do you...
God help you, man. Are you well?
Air! I need air!
He's glitching. Everyone get away from him. Well.
He's dead.
The work of poison, no doubt.
No. Rouse the man. He cannot be dead. He must not be dead.
Poison. How does the man die of poison in our arms?
Many great kings and paranoids have carried poison in times of war, as an alternative to capture.
Oh God, it's getting worse.
And ransom.
A catastrophe. Alfred will choose another and... By the saints! Alfred! How will I explain this to the king?
We followed this road to its end, Cunibert. You may not like where it led, but you owe us our half of the bargain.
You shall have your paladin. I need a day. Return to my abbey tomorrow, and you shall... Oh, dear.
These delays are grinding at my bones. We should abandon Cunibert.
I think the graphics have gotten worse over the years.
Speak with Giedrich and
These new flickering graphics, I don't know.
At Cunebert's Abbey.
It's a little bit hard on the eyes, you know? I prefer like the low poly days. At least it was spiky, but like at least it didn't hurt too much to look at. Right, we have to wait a day.
You fought like beasts, escaped from your hell today, Giedrich. Your oath to me is fulfilled.
It was good to stand shoulder to shoulder with you against...
I can't believe we needed to call in a favor
May our friendship endure.
just for this stupid thing.
Christians and lords means nothing to me. I'm here for Sigurd.
I understand. When you find him again, come see me. We'll feast and sing, with mead and friendship to warm us.
Agreed. I should be cautious around here.
I should be cautious. No. Right. Hopefully the graphics will return to normal. Like if my Xbox wasn't so far away from me right now, I'd see if it was really warm. But it is pretty far away. It's a whole desk length away.
It's too quiet here. Where are the brothers? Or the abbot's men?
Why aren't I facing the right way? Well, it hasn't been a day, has it? I'll wait until morning at least.
I would say well met, brother, but I cannot shake off the needle itch of dread. Is something wrong?
I followed the abbot here, kept him in my sight. But the monks, his servants, I have seen nothing of them.
Dead?
I do not think so. But there is no good here in this grave hush.
And where is the abbot now?
In his quarters. Come, and be on your guard.
Does this have the stench of betrayal to you?
Why would the godly shepherd ally with the heretic?
Cunibert is a man who craves power and position.
Yep.
With Tedman dead, he must find it somewhere else.
Yep.
There is truth in that. Keep your eyes and blade sharp.
Also, he's just kind of an asshole, so I feel like he doesn't think twice about like betraying his word or anything like that. He made us do 2 quests. Never forget.
Cunibert, your guests have arrived.
Oh, he might be dead. He might already be dead.
Come. Supper's ready. The dear abbot sent me a warm invitation, said my friends were eager to meet with me. It's early for supper, I know. But Cunibert's ale goes so well with roasted lamb and cinnamon blueberry peas. I couldn't resist.
Where is my brother?
Is he not here? Mon Dieu, I never told him.
Kill her, and we'll never find Sigurd.
Sit, Ava. Eat. And let me tell you the tale of a man who talks with gods.
You mock me. I've killed for much less.
Of course you have. Isn't that the way of this ugly world? We cull the sheep and thin the flock as we see fit, you and I. Most who walk the earth are little more than talking blood bladders, wasted flesh. But not Sigurd. Sigurd is something else. Sigurd has been touched. He is deified. The gods, they speak through him.
You lured him in with that lie. Your words are bile and blight.
You should have listened, Ava. I tried to tell you. The gods are real and their power is within our grasp. You will never find him. Not till I have had my fill.
That is a sturdy tray. Or plate. Whatever it was.
This really is delicious, Cunibert. Is it cloves I taste? Well, that concludes supper. Kill them, and bring their bodies to my sanctum in Canterbury.
Well, she's in Canterbury.
They will be upon us soon. Maybe there is another way out.
I mean, we can just fight them, fuck it.
Your god waits on the edge of my axe, Saxons!
Where they at?
Fulke let slip that her sanctum is at Canterbury.
She did. And with no cause. I'd approach the place with caution. It may be a lie.
It may be. But it's the only lead we have.
I hope all this innocent sacrifice is worth the trouble.
It's Sigurd. My brother. Of course it is.
Then come. Let us dive into the maw of death. I was never keen on seeing my winter years.
How far is it? It's pretty far.
For nothing, Eivor. We will find Sigurd.
It's not just him. I want Fulke to suffer.
If it's in Canterbury, I probably have a fast travel. I can't. Why? Why not? Is there going to be like ambush on the way? Do you want to like get on a horse? Dude. Are you going to walk all the way? Fuck. Why does it want me to?
This This land of summer, mists and forests, dreaming darkly.
That's the wrong horse. I want my horse.
Are you ready? This land of summer, mists and forests.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay off the road because there's an army of people.
And I want to know England.
Okay.
All of it.
And yet it rounds on us at every turn, snarling like a cornered dog. I begin to despair of ever settling here.
Perhaps the stars write your path, and you will never have a home here.
Do you miss the land of your birth?
I have long been away, but it is fiercely beautiful.
I think they said that they were picked up by Sigurd in Africa, which is where like the central bureau would be.
But it is fiercely beautiful beneath the vanity, arrogance, and pettiness of men.
But I think he's from the same place as Altair.
My father was an architect, a builder of wonders. The great Mosque of Samarra, his masterpiece. Another man who played the Caliphate's game better took the credit. He was exiled and died in poverty.
Your faith sours. What of loyalty? Shared stories round the hearth. Warm nights, parties, and the tender love of another.
There are some who are worthy. A scant few that tower above the sullied mass. Men and women of vision and valor.
Sigurd is one such man.
He is. Fulke isn't wrong on that score.
I fear for him, Basim. I cannot rest until he's safe.
Nor will I, my friend.
Yeah, so
The practice of learning has
pretty much
waned
Syria.
considerably in England since the days of the Romans. What books they still have, they keep locked away in their churches, hidden from the eyes of common folk.
Thralls and Geralds cannot read. What would be the point?
They could learn. The church could teach them. So much of human history would be.
Does he keep up? No. We'll just have a conversation from really far away. Yeah, they are constantly along the road. Oh, there's that donkey. Oh, it's probably a different donkey. Yeah, there's another donkey. All these like self-employed donkeys. There's another. Like, what are they doing? Right, I think we're here.
Shouldn't be seen here. A hood should work.
I don't think that hoods work very well when you're on horseback, because you're up quite high. But like, people just see you like straight away when you're on a horse. Oh, he somehow beat me here.
Sigurd would be well guarded. Caution and subtlety should be our path.
Ready? Follow me.
I'm gonna go right there. I could probably even just teleport to exactly where it wants me to be. Is it even the same tower? It might be.
This is a trap. Why would Fulke give us her sanctum?
She baits us. Cocksure and arrogant. But she cannot see failure in her path.
Her fearful wit would say.
The guards here are vigilant.
Whatever we find there, keep your head.
You chastise me like a child, Basim.
I guard you like a father. Nothing is served with your brutal end. You have much to do in this land.
More riddle.
Hey, come here!
More riddles, sly tongue.
No riddles. I sense a greatness within.
Wanna help me with the door?
Your destiny is not to stain the stones of this godhouse with your blood.
There we go.
If she's still here, I will burn this Christ house to the ground. To arms, Basim!
So easy to blunder in.
God, my blows!
Oh, there's more.
I'll have your... If she's still here, I will burn this Christ house to the ground.
You'd see a key. Right now, I wonder if I might actually be able to get a clean shot. Oh no. No, we're still in the church. Oh, she's under...
This must be the way to Fulke's sanctum.
Then let us go.
Done.
Fulke! I'm here! Face me! Have a care, Eivor. You will play into our hands.
What does it mean, these word tangles that speak of elves and demons?
Oh, it's a chair. Like a torture chair. Oh, free stuff? Gotta love free stuff. Oh look, she's giving me a hand.
What is it?
Tell me that you found something. Anything we can use.
I may have. A fortress in Sussex. The Order trained soldiers there.
We must be sure. Sigurd is running out of time.
Stop glitching. Stop it. Serious moment. Apart from the terrible joke. I mean, did we even check the hand? It might have had tattoos on it and stuff.
Anything else?
Documents of interest to the hidden ones. Hythen will surely want to look. But for Sigurd, Porchester is our only lead. If he is in Porchester Castle, we'll need a massive army to crack its walls.
No, we don't. We really don't.
Now. If I call on them, they will come.
They will.
Just send me in.
She severed his arm clean off. Can a man
It was
survive
his.
such loss?
Physically, he can. Mentally, it's hard to say. So much stress can drive a man to despair.
If you suggest he might take his own life as Tedman did, banish that idea. I must tell my people at the settlement that their Jarl remains a captive. They will not take it well.
We will not fail again, Eivor. I'll scout ahead and send word to the settlement when I know more of Porchester. Be ready.
So Porchester, that's probably like Portsmouth, right? Let me have a look, like somewhere around here. No, I got no idea. It is. Yeah. Kind of got it right. It's a fun guessing game. All the town names and stuff. You're like, where is that today? I'm still yet to like look at the landscape and go, huh, I recognize that. Like that hasn't happened. It generally feels English-like, but it feels a bit too idyllic, you know? The real England is mostly overcast most of the time. And it has a certain light to it because of that. Like, we do have sunny days. And we do have, like, wintry days. But it is mostly overcast and rain. Right, let's see what Dag has to say. Oh, we went over 20 skill points. Oh well. There is a skill. Is it this one? It sets people on fire after I've killed them. Sounds chaotic. I'll have it. What is this? Ah, try this one. Warrior takedown, maybe. More adrenaline. Let's do that. The auto thing doesn't really go for these skills. But that's to do with a light bow. Sprinting. We don't need sprinting. And also the auto thing doesn't fill out this area either. Heal on kill. Actually, that sounds like something I could do. Sounds very useful. Yeah, why not? We've only got 2 left. I want to unlock these like clouded areas a bit. Just to see. Such a big boy level. So I would estimate that we're like at least halfway through the game. Not including like any of the like fantasy stuff that we did. What is this?
Ah, good. Eivor's here. Now we can settle this.
What seems to be troubling you?
This stick in the mud doesn't want to celebrate Ostara.
It's the equinox. The veil between our worlds will be dangerously thin. We need to prepare.
Why not both? Prepare for the equinox and celebrate Ostara. I see you have already started on the decorations.
Oh, that's what it is.
Of course we have. Here's what we do. We've also organized some new events and brought back some favorites from you.
All this noise and merriment will attract the spirits.
I will aid you in protecting the settlement, Aldous.
Good. Find me after dark. And before he explains the egg hunt to you, just know I was coerced.
Now then, there is much to do. Novid will need your help decorating, and Maida might need some words of encouragement. She didn't take being crowned the May Queen very well.
That is a lot. And this egg hunt.
Oh, it's already started. Speak with me when you are ready to start the hunt.
Sounds like a side quest. Oh, it's an event. I mean, I'm here to tell you all that the Jarl is still a prisoner. Maybe he doesn't have an arm. I don't want to bring down the mood too much, but you know. But the truth. Oh, it's Dag. Dag's like...
Where is he? Where is Sigurd?
He's alive.
But not with you. Where is he?
Dag, not now. I need to speak with Randvi.
You never found him, did you? Tell us, Eivor. We deserve the truth.
I need to speak with Randvi. Step aside, now.
You never found him. Because you didn't look.
He's like my wife.
I see.
Like we're bickering like a married couple.
I know what you are.
No, you don't, Dag. You don't know shit.
Eivor, you come alone. I fear what that means for Sigurd.
I I could not find him. That madwoman Fulke, she slipped away, took him to Sussex. We need an army. Call on our alliances. Remind them of their oath to me. We must act before...
Before what, Eivor?
She tortured him, Randvi. Did unspeakable things. Severed his arm and left it as a gift. I fear she means to kill him. Slowly.
Gods.
So now do we rest in my room? Oh. We didn't do this any other time. Is Dag gonna come in and be like, look, I'm sorry about our fight earlier, but can we cuddle? I'll say yes, Dag. Of course we can. Then I kiss him on the forehead. Tell him everything's gonna be okay. That was weird. Are we like in a dream world? Speak to Dag. It's gonna happen. Face you?
Stop there, Wolf-Kissed. This ends now.
Dag, turn around and walk away.
Your habits are not my own, Eivor. I do not flee responsibility for the sake of my glory. I stand firm with my people. For many months, I have stood at your side, keeping faith in Sigurd's judgment, because I believed in him and his vision. Do as Eivor commands, he told me. And I have. Against my better judgment, I did as you have asked me. And where has that left us? Without a Jarl? Without a purpose? Watching you chase glory around this land like a spooked hare!
Oh, actually, been building alliances that we need to get him back.
Dag, but that offer is gone.
I have no need of it. My mind is fixed. Hear me all! I challenge Eivor for the leadership of this clan until Sigurd is safe home.
Walk away, Dag.
No! We fight to the death.
What? I don't... He is kind of crazy. Like, I don't think... I accept. I'm just gonna kill him. I don't really want to kill him.
You spew nonsense, Dag. This is absurd.
Enough! Let the circle be made!
What happened to his voice? And it's a square, Dag, not a circle. I think he's gone mad. He doesn't know the difference.
Please, both of you.
He has more health than the other bosses have.
I do not want to do this. Walk away. I would grant you exile. Leave this place, but go with your life.
Spare me your pity and fight!
So be it. You leave me no choice.
Please, both of you.
Whoa!
You could have waited. You could have come with me. You are a fool, Dag. You see where it has gotten you.
Son!
You
Now you're a dead dag. I like that the finisher, for a split second, my spear was through him. And then the game was like, oh no wait, that doesn't happen.
Eivor, you...
Quickly, medic.
If I had any pity, I would not lavish it on this poor fool. He forced my hand. Yes, and the cost of disrespect is death. You said it yourself. All he demanded, you gave him. That should be enough. I have no need for one so fragile in my hall of heroes.
What?
He fought for what he believed in. Does that not count for something? Does it? You killed him all the same. What is the true cost of disrespect? The choice lies with you.
Uh-oh, we're glitching. Uh-oh.
You should not have come to this, old friend.
Yeah, give Dag his axe. Just making sure I'm doing the right one.
And fly to Odin's Hall. Whatever you sought in this life, may you find it in the next. Go to your homes. I will lay him to rest. Go to your homes! Dag accused me of betrayal. He accused me of breaking my oath. And this is the answer I gave him. Now you will hear the truth unbanished. None more than me wishes for Sigurd's safe return. You know this. You know this. All of you. And I will burn the fields and dredge the rivers of Wessex to find him. That is my oath. That is my oath. I will find Sigurd. You will not be without your Jarl. This I promise.
I'm guessing there wasn't a way to like not fight Dag, because he was so just like hell-bent on doing that.
Dag, you lived as you died, proud and defiant. I cannot begrudge you for that. I miss hearing you tell your stories, old friend. But I remember them well.
Wait, we buried him? Why did we bury him? Don't we burn? Not bury? No? Where am I going? Multiple quests accepted. Wait, who is this?
Toby.
Oh, I remember.
Eivor, it's Sven. He
Yeah.
passed while I was away.
Toby, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
And I'm sorry that I did like 2 main missions before I came here.
Techless barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty, not like in our stories.
What stories? Let's listen.
When we tell stories, The old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they are ready. Sven wasn't ready, and I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work, as if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me. Or worse. But this was the fate woven for me, so I live it. I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Toby. And know you are valued.
Wait, it says speak to Sven. Sven?
Sorry, I was not here to see you off.
You there?
Friend.
Oh, you didn't answer. Okay. Alright, let's set up what we're gonna do for next time. I guess Wessex, is it called? Essex, modern day Essex. When did we get pigs? When did we tattoo these pigs? What? Is that like a tattoo practice? It's on his back. Just like, yeah, just lines. Maybe it is just like practice. Like, we practice tattoos on modern day pig skin, but like, they're not alive.
Who could Gothspan be? One of us?
How do you feel, Eivor?
I would rather not talk about it.
I understand.
Yeah, I still need to do that. I'm gonna do that offline though. I'm probably gonna do, so this weekend I'm probably gonna do like a bunch of like side quest stuff. Just so we have the main quest. Oh.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Even though like the game creator says that there is no like side quest in this game, there definitely is. Yeah, so these 3 places, I suppose, we still haven't done. There's also the outer part to this, because Jorvik is just like this little bit. 160. Also 160. Yeah, so it makes sense in the progression as well. And it upgrades our settlement, apparently.
My mind is fixed on Sussex. Basim and I have a chance to save Sigurd, but we will need an army.
That is for you to decide. The more alliances you have, the better your chances at victory.
Yeah.
I will go now, and I will bring Sigurd back with me. That is a promise.
Good. I will send word to our allies at once. Meet with Basim when you can. He should be in Croydon by now.
Okay. Alright. So hopefully next time we'll actually have Sigurd back. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to stream this weekend, but I shouldn't be as busy as I usually am. So yeah, I'll probably sneak in 1 or 2. I do have an art stream to do, actually. Alright. Goodbye for now, and thank you all for watching. Let me just leave you with this. Wise words. Alright. Goodbye. Bye bye bye.